Okay, let's proceed with example 2. So the link in the figure is subjected to two forces, F1 and F2 again. So we have a two force again. Determine the magnitude and direction of the resultant force. So dito na natin makikita yung sinasabi ko na pwede natin gumamit ng scalar notation and the vector notation. So actually, if you master the parallelogram law, madali na lang 'to. Kukunin mo lang yung included angle, no? Tapos gamit na yung concept ni cosine law, pwede na natin makuha 'yan actually. But this time, we will do the different manner like we are talking kanina. So, if we do the solution number 1, scalar notation, you just get the components of F1. So, ito nga yung F1x, 'di ba? Tapos, kunin mo yung component ng x ni F2. Yan. Tapos, ang ginagawa natin, di ba? If we get the summation forces along x, we call that Rx. Going positive is to the right po, no? So, we have F1x minus F2x. Yan. So, F1x is 600 cosine 30. F2x is 400 sine 45. So, i-minus nyo lang, may magiging 236.8 newtons. So, dahil positive yung sagot natin, tama yung assumption natin na going to the right, positive po. So, next, sa Ry naman, yan, since yung F1y is pataas, using rectangular component system, yan, and also the F2y is pataas. So, lahat ng forces along y, kunin natin, summation forces y, going up positive. So, we have addition of these two components and substitute. Yan, 600 cosine 30 naman. Sine 30, yung F1y, di ba po? That is opposite. And 400, okay, sorry for this term. Okay, hindi ko yata napalitan. This is cosine. Cosine 45. Anyway, 45 degrees naman din siya, same value. So, cosine 45 po yung F2y. So, 582.8. Okay? So, since resultant ng y component po is going up, lahat naman sila pataas. So, assumption is correct. So, yun. Sa scalar, di ba? Kukunin natin yung resultant niya using Pythagorean concept. So, that is square root of 236.8 squared plus 582.8 squared. We have 629.07 newton. So, dyan kayo sanay. Di ba? So, actually, mas bibilis naman talaga kayo kung talagang ito yung master nyo. So, if we are trying to train ourselves na po na pagkuha ng parallelogram law concept, okay, at dun kayo sanay, okay, mas magiga rin po. So, paano naman ang direction? So, if we assume no, that this 2 is in planar system po na coordinate system, we assume the resultant is going to the first quadrant. And if we draw the parallelogram law, yan, yun nyo. Yan din yung kaigihan na may parallelogram law. Kasi nakikita nyo na kaagad kung ano yung direction ng resultant. So, ganyan ginagawa natin noon. So, ang resultant ngayon, okay, is this one. Na ang direction na tinatanong is ito. Yan. So, ano kaya itong theta na to? So, from positive x-axis, counterclockwise. Okay. So, ano ang value niya? So, well, in rectangular coordinate system form. Ano po? So, ito ngayon, kapalit natin kulay. Yan. Ito yung resultant ng vertical. So, yan yung Ry. Tapos, ito naman yung Rx. Yan. So, it will form a triangular or right triangle. So, ito yung theta, di ba? So, gamit ang arctangent. Yan. Ry, which is 582.8 over Rx, 236.8. So we have 67.9 degrees. Yan. So, dali lang, di ba? So, yan yung direction. Or you can write its exact direction. That is clockwise. Counterclockwise. Sulat mo dyan. Counterclockwise from positive x axis. Okay? Yan. Ganyan natin gawin kapag scalar notation. Next, paano naman kapag in vector notation form? So, in Cartesian vector, we simply write first all the Cartesian vector form. So, in F1, like we did last example, kunin mo yung F1x nung 600. And that is 600 cosine 30. So, parang nag-i-scalar ka rin, di ba? So, lagyan mo ng I. Yan. X direction eh. Tapos sa F1, Y, 600 sine 30 naman. In J. So, yan na. Tapos na tayo sa F1. Next, F2. So, kunin mo lang din yung X and Y components nun. So, F2x is negative 400 sine 45. F2y is 400 cosine 45. Okay, include the signs, ha? So, now, we will do the resultant vector. So, F1 plus F2, ganyan, di ba? And then, pagsamasamahin natin lahat ng nasa I. Yan. Yan, ito yung pagkakasulat, ha? Then, i-add natin yung sa J naman. Yan. Then, i-operate mo. That's it. So, that is the resultant vector. Yan. Actually, ito na yung resultant vector, no? In a vector notation form. So, if we get the magnitude of the resultant, ganun din gagawin mo sa resultant. Gamit yung scalar. And also, the direction. So, parang nangyari, parang nadagdagan ka lang ng trabaho ng pagsusulat. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, vector notation form is for pleasant representation. Organize. Ma-appreciate nyo to kapag nag-3D na tayo. So, mas ma-appreciate nyo pala. Okay? So, thank you for this and let's go with the example 3. So, the end of the boom, O, in figure is subjected to 3 concurrent and coplanar forces. Determine the magnitude and direction of the resultant force. So, this time, dinagdagan lang naman ng isang force. Yan. So, sa SysTech, pwede natin gawin yung scalar muna. Okay? So, determine the magnitude direction of resultant force. So, ganun ulit. Kunin natin yung summation forces along X. Okay? So, lahat ng pakanan ay positive para sa akin. So, F2x yung pakanan. Yan, yung X component na F2 pakanan. And yung dalawang force, puro pakaliwa. So, kaya ganito yung ayos. Next. So, substitute. 250 sine 45 minus 400 x component of F1 and negative 200 4, 5. Okay, alam nyo na yung address to, no? Yan. So, negative 383.22 yung nakuha ko. Or I can rewrite that as this. So, next po is sa RY naman. Sa RY, yan. Isum natin ulit, yung pataas is positive. So, dalawa lang naman yung magko-contribute sa Y component kasi yung F1 is purely horizontal. So, ito siya. Okay, you know it, Y. We have 296.78 going up. Then, if we get the resultant, okay, Pythagorean concept, and if we get the direction, again, yan, arctan. Okay? So, pwede rin naman na gumawa tayo ng triangular or table. Okay? So, ito madalas ginagawa sa mga estudyante ko noon. So, ginagawa namin ganito para organized din tingnan. So, these are the x component yan, and the y component. So, isulat yan, component, x component. Tapos, F1, F2, yan, F3, yan. And then, isusulat nyo yung F1 component, x component. So, yan, pinapayagan ko naman na isulat na lang yung direct ang sagot. 250, F1, 400, yan, going to the left, so negative. F2, yan, 250 sine 45, pwede naman isulat mo na, no? 250 sine 45. Yan, 176.78. Yan. So, going to the right. And F3 is 200K 4/5. Going to the left. 160. Sorry. Going to the left yung F1. So, negative. F3 is also negative. Yan. So, negative 160. Ganyan. And, dito 0 yung y component niya. And si F2 is the same. Cosine 45 lang naman yun. So, the same sila. 176.78. No? Pwede yun. Then, sa F3 is positive naman din. 3/5 this time. So, 3/5. 120. Yan. Tapos, ginagawa ko, yan, summation force. Fx. Yan. Summation. I-add mo lang yan. Then, dito rin, i-add mo lang yan. Tapos, resultant na. Okay? You can do this style. So, yun. Punta tayo sa vector notation. Nawala tuloy. So, hindi ko pala naiyan to. Ayan. Yan. Meron pala figure. Ayan. So, ito nga pala yung resultant. No? Pag anong direction. Okay? Kasi ang naging resultant natin is negative Rx. So, going this direction. Tapos, yung Ry going up. So, ibig sabihin, we assume that it's clearly pala, hindi assume. It clearly says that your resultant is going to the second quadrant. So, ang magiging theta mo is paganyan. Yan. 37.8 is from negative x-axis. Pero syempre, tayo nga kasi, sinasanay natin sarili natin na lagi tayong mag-refer sa positive x-axis. So, kung kukunin pa natin yung talagang direction nito is 180 degrees. Ano po? From, yan, minus yung nakuha nating 37.8. Okay? So, your theta is 180 minus 37.8. 142.2. Yan, that is in counterclockwise from, specify natin, x-axis. Oops, positive x-axis pala. Yun. Okay, ganyan po, no? Yan. So, an assignment po, pwede tayong mag-practice. Yan.
Let's go! Let the music play. It's time to celebrate.